I'm Bruce Burkhardt, and coming up next, mealworms. They're so nutritious and taste good, too.
If we are what we eat, some of us are creepy, crawly, and generally disgusting. Find out how tasty vermin can be, and learn how tough it is to give away free food.
Welcome to Atlanta. Do you care for a cricket?
Oh, no.
Now back to Network Earth on TBS.
Yeah, those look nice and fresh. Yeah, I'll take a couple of tubes worth of the crickets. Hi, welcome back. I'd like to invite you along on a little dinner I'm fixing up. Let me take some of these mealworms, too. We'll use those in the tarts. You know, I don't entertain very often, but when I do, I like it to be memorable. Are these waxworms fresh? I'll take some of the waxworms, too. You know, I don't cook, as a rule. I'm not much of a cook, so I'm going to be getting some professional help. Think of me not so much as the galloping gourmet, more like the creepy, crawly gourmet. My.
Put the termites and the mealworms in the oven. They'll take on a nice flavor of ginger and sesame.
How are we using the corn earworms? Where are they going to be?
We're doing a Pacific Rim stir fry.
Alex Carnegie is a renowned chef and owner of one of Atlanta's top restaurants. She does not serve insects in her restaurants, but graciously donated her culinary talents to help me fix a meal fit for a fish or a bird, and if truth be told, for a human being.
Yeah.
Perfecto. And what I'm going to do is almost biblical when they separate the wheat from the chaff.
Like most insects one eats, these mealworms need to be purged first, meaning their systems are purged on a diet of clean grain. Now we need to get rid of the grain.
I'm not panning for gold. Would you like to try it?
After cleaning off the grain, it's time for a little bath and some Jack Daniels. All of this isn't as ridiculous as it might seem. Scientifically speaking, there's no reason in the world we can't eat many kinds of insects, or other critters for that matter. A restaurant in China that specializes in preparing rats. Suddenly the crickets don't seem so bad.
If we put them in breadcrumbs, you wouldn't get the shape of the little cricket.
And you certainly want that shape.
Yeah, and you want that shape. These are going to be our cricket croutons for our Caesar salad.
The idea of cricket croutons might make us gag, but the fact is, insects are a normal part of the diet in many parts of the world, full of protein and certain vitamins.
So we have about a half a cup of mealworms has been added to this regular all-purpose flour. So we have mealworm flour, high in protein.
And some scientists say that insects, a renewable resource if ever there was one, could be part of the answer to world food shortages.
You want me to do that?
Well,
Just kind of go, you think I'll screw it up?
you might. And now we are going to take, with the charred onion, we're going to take a few of these mealworms that have been marinated in Jack Daniels.
If that wasn't what mealworms were meant for, I don't know what.
With a little bit of this. Whether you're working out or working the cricket routine.
Little cricket pet.
Finally, our four-course feast is ready. My dinner companion is Dr. Murray Blum, an entomologist, one who studies insects, and in Murray's case, one who loves to eat them.
When do we get to eat?
Well, now, unfortunately, whose idea was this story? Mealworms are kind of like tofu. They take on the flavor of what they're cooked with. The cricket crouton, however, was a bigger challenge to get down.
I think this is really delicious.
Here's another cricket. It's the crunch. It's the crunch that's killing me.
Yeah, it's for
But
fishing.
insects are dirty.
No, they're not dirty. They're no more dirty than anything else. No, insects aren't particularly dirty. I mean, some kinds live in dirty environments, but by far and large, most of the insects feed on leaves.
Waitress, there's a worm in my salad.
Yes, there is.
Revolting? Well, maybe we just haven't been exposed. Maybe if bugs were just presented nicely. Maybe if they were free.
Would you like to sample a cricket? These are Cajun style, and of course these are in white and dark Belgian chocolate. Care for one? Care for a sample?
This morning, I really don't think I want it. No, thank you. No, not for me, thank you.
So you won't eat bugs either, you say?
I'll look at the cornmeal first.
Well, sorry to report that we all eat bugs, probably every day.
An average of 1 or more whole insects per 50 grams. And you're saying all those little black...
No, I'm saying some of them are suggestive as insects. Some of them...
Back with Murray, our entomologist friend, and an official government publication that outlines how many bug bits and rodent remains are allowable in our food. Your tax dollars at work.
Now, in the macaroni, we're allowed an average of rodent hairs that equals or exceeds 4.5 per 225 grams. 4.5 rodent hairs. How would you know like a half of a rodent hair from a whole rodent hair? It says 4.5 rodent hair.
I'm really not an expert on rodent hairs.
And would you ever swallow something that feeds by filtering ocean-going goo?
And some British folks think the tastiest thing around are eels. I don't know. I mean, how can people eat such stuff?
Cultures that eat, say, dogs, find it just amazing that we would allow dogs to be in our houses, sleep on our beds, and lick our faces. So that you have those other aspects of it too. So I think it works both ways.
It works both ways, sometimes even within the same culture. How about some pig intestines, better known as chitlins?
So you're boiling them basically to boil the stuff out of the intestines.
Sure. Well, you done washed them anyway.
You washed them before
You
that.
done cleaned them.
Just around the corner from where we work, a favorite lunch spot known as Thelma's. I usually get the fried chicken.
All right,
Let's
let's
try the cornbread.
Come on. Come on, let's try those.
Let's try the...
Come on.
I'm really full.
Get with it.
Thelma is a kind of cultural anthropologist in her own right.
If anybody can eat shrimps and all of that kind of stuff, I think they can eat chili. All of them legs and things.
And if Thelma went to the trouble of cooking chitlins for me, by God, she was going to make sure I ate them. All of them.
They're good. It's just a hole in your mind, you know.
Well, I know, but it's hard to get out of my mind, Thelma.
I'm trying to help you to get
Well,
it out.
you're helping, but it's just taking a lot of work. It really isn't too bad, it's just...
They're not bad.
That tastes like pork.
Why don't you taste them? Just taste a little.
Thelma wants you to taste it.
Just taste a little.
Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks for being with us on this special edition of Network Earth. Frankly, we were hoping to hook you so that you'd watch us at our regular time at 11 p.m. Eastern on Sunday nights on TBS. Oh, care for one? The fish love it. We'll see you next time.